I know what you're thinking. If I make a video of my Xbox 360 games in 3 parts, how can I make my PS3 video in 1 part and also add in PSP games? Well, the truth is that I really don't have that many games for them, you know. For the PS3, I always buy my multi-platform games for the Xbox. I just prefer the controller and prefer the achievements, and that's it. And for the PS3, I just buy the exclusives. Well, same thing for PSP. I just prefer playing DS games whenever I travel, and there really isn't that many great games on the PSP. It's more of a multimedia machine, in my opinion. But let's get cracking. Loco Roco 1 and 2, one of the most unique concepts on the PSP, and really, in my opinion, the best games on the machine. Nice platforming game, but really doesn't take cues from any game, but invents a lot of them itself. Really nice graphically and nice to play and look at. Luminous 1 and 2. Well, Tetris is the best puzzle game there is, period. But Luminous is like the like the cool kid on the block. You know, all the colors, all the music. These are cool games and really addictive. But I guess I have more fun with the challenge puzzles more than the actual game mode. Metal Gear Acid 1 and 2. I have to admit that I haven't played 2 at all. 1 was such a exhausting task. They are quite heavy to play. You know, all that thinking, all that. You know, all the moves take so much time, and it's a bit tedious. A nice game, graphically at least, and you know, they are a nice addition to the Metal Gear saga, but not exactly my cup of tea. And Metal Gear Solid, a digital graphic novel, really cool. You should check this out if you like Metal Gear. It's a must for any fan. It's the original MGS story, but told in a nice new way. Of the it's like a comic book come to life, and also the voices are all acted out and stuff like that. Really nice title, and something again a bit different for the PSP that it needs. Patapon 2, well, graphically it's like the dark brother of Loco Roco. A nice strategy action game. And finally, my last PSP game, Wipeout Pure. It's fun to take Wipeout for a ride when you're out on the town. But like I said, I do prefer the DS. It has better range in games, and I'd say more compelling gameplay. You know, the big screen isn't everything. Then on the PS3, Buzz, Suomen Neropatti, loosely translated the genius of Finland, but actually this is quite misleading because there isn't any questions concerning Finland. It's just and you know, this isn't even the first game in the Buzz series to be translated into Finnish, so I don't know what they were thinking with this name, but you know, you need one Buzz game for party games and stuff like that. The Eye of Judgement, you know, I am a big Magic the Gathering fan. Any more out there? Chime in. But you know, and card games appeal to me, but this isn't much fun. You know, this is too slow, and the rules are well, all in all, they are too simple. You know, all with the concept of the mana. There's just too little to do with the concept. It's nice to look at, but you know, I prefer playing the card games on the kitchen table, not in front of the TV. Heavenly Sword. The length of the game is really too short, but on the other hand there are some action sequences that just drag on for too long, so it's a mixed bag. Beautiful to look at, and of the launch games, this was one of the best. Sorry, this wasn't a launch game, or was it? Somebody help me out. But one of the earlier games, and a nice one at that. Killzone 2. This is the limited edition collector's box in the metal case. Killzone is again, I prefer a bit faster gameplay. Like in terms of Halo, and Killzone has its own weight. It's slow, it's brutal, it's cool, but I prefer at least to play my online games on the Xbox 360, not on Killzone. LittleBigPlanet, probably the best game on the PS3. Really endearing, and even though it's a solid platformer game, and even though the making of your own stages it's really complex, it's really fun that the option is there, and there are always a million people in the world that make better stages than you, so it's nice that you can download them. A never-ending story, this. Then Metal Gear Solid 4. This is the European limited edition with Old Snake here, if you can see him, and this also came with a Blu-ray disc with some of the backstory of the Metal Gear Solid saga, and as I pre-ordered this, I also got the Metal Gear Saga Volume 2. Just I said that the best game on the PS3 is LittleBigPlanet, but this comes as a close second. I really love the Metal Gear series, and even though people say that the plot is silly and the cutscenes are too long, no, they're not. They should be longer. No amount of Metal Gear is enough or too much. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, played through the original on the old Xbox. Fantastic challenge and a cool game. Oh, don't fall. Ratchet and Clank, A Crack in Time. I gotta admit, I haven't been that familiar with the Ratchet and Clank series, but this is one of the best games in there. Still haven't finished this, but maybe someday. Then we come to a nice SingStar collection. What do we have? SingStar Volume 2, Volume 3, Motown Pop Edition Queen, Suomi Pop, which means Finnish pop, and SingStar Take That. These are the only games that my wife plays, so that's why they're here. And I got even more for the PlayStation 2. So a lot of SingStar in this house. But enough about that. Then we got Virtua Fighter 5. This was actually still sealed. I haven't gotten into Virtua Fighter 5. It just takes too much time to learn everything. If I were to get into it, I would play it on the Xbox, I guess. So this one can stay sealed. But there is the Virtua Fighter 5R coming along with the new characters and fine-tuned gameplay, so maybe I'll get into that later. And finally, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. This one is also in a tin box like the Killzone 2. Absolutely fantastic game, one of the best looking games on the PS3, or one of the best looking games of this generation period. the characters are funny, the voice acting is top notch. Really fun, one of the finest games on the PS3. You should get it, no matter what. No matter what you like, you know, action games, platforming games, adventure games, get it. You'll love it. Well, that's my PS3 and PSP collection. Sorry if I offended some Sony fans with it, with its small size, but hey, that's just who I am. Well, thanks for watching again. See you next time.